G'day guys and welcome back. So, is Rottnest Island doable in a day? Did we see Quokkas? Of course. Would we do it again? Well, watch the video to find out. But before we get into island life, if you're wondering how we suddenly arrived on Rottnest Island, here's a short recap of the week.
It's actually pitch black. The caravan is pointing this way and the road is literally there. Like that's the road there. So we need to get it facing a 180 degree difference with the tiniest turning circle ever.
So I'm going to rely on you standing at the back with a light on, kind of feeling out what my max distance down these hills I can go is.
So Dunk's gonna reverse it in the dark without a reversing camera. You good, Dunk? And then stop there, tree branched. And a couple of back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Stop there, Dunk.
I'll try going down this way and see if it gets tight. If not, then we'll reverse and try and get out the other one.
You are pretty close. If you can reverse, it would be ideal. Yep, perfect. On this side, you're absolutely fine, Dunk. You're great.
But on this side, oof, pretty tight.
Okay, you cleared this side. So how was that?
We got to Perth, dropped the van off, and got straight in the ocean.
Beautiful civil water as well, nice and blue.
What? Jelly. 5 minutes from the little apartment. Our Airbnb apartment, home for the next few days whilst our van was in getting repaired. Cheers to Caravan Move for organising this for us. And you know we made use of all the mod cons that we're so desperately missing from the van. Did the laundry, had a shower.
Ready.
And cooked up a feast.
Black bean beef burgers, dill and pickle salad.
That sounds like something we would eat.
And then it was time to head to Rottnest. We got to the port in time to catch the 7 a.m. ferry. It was dark. In our opinion, starting any leisure activity with a number starting in 6 is painful. So naturally, not much was said during the ferry crossing. But after a hit of caffeine, we started to wake up. Grabbed ourselves a bike helmet because, well, helmets are compulsory. A bike. But you know us, not the first bike we saw and not the second or the third.
You happy with that bike? The one right in the middle of the pile?
In the middle of the pack. So it doesn't have a little pannier seat on it. And it's got good grip on the tyres. You know, pick your bike. You're going to be on it all day. I probably should just grab any of them, but unfortunately I am picky and a perfectionist.
Good.
And if you tell me I can pick any bike, I want to pick the best possible one.
Which is always in the middle.
Be in the middle of that racking. Let's get out of people. All's over.
The best way to see Rottnest is by cycling. Also, we're told. There are signs all over the island to help you navigate and tell you where the best swim spots are, where the lookouts are. So with the clock officially on, we got to it.
Max cycling, 22 plus Ks, depending on how direct you go. We're heading anti-clockwise down the island. Hopefully see some Quokkas. That's what I'm most looking for. I haven't seen any yet, but I don't know where they're hiding.
You got me going into overdrive. Too busy, can you leave a message by the tone? You got me wrapped around in summertime.
Nice smooth road.
Like this the whole way around. 22 Ks will be a dream.
Apparently though, the island is deceptively hilly.
Stimulate your mind, we can take it slow. You got me going crazy now. Falling into you, 'cause you're on my mind. Jump, jump on it. Put 'em up, come and show me. I guess we'll never know it all on it.
You know where we are?
We are the Bickley Battery. This will just take us full drive track will take us all the way along.
Nice.
There's a road actually tracks that way, but would go.
We've come off the road.
We have.
It's very hard to film and go down these sandy, bumpy tracks at the same time.
Super soft sand.
Yeah.
Tires to spin. Yeah. Maybe leave our bikes here and wander up, dismounting before the hill.
You're taking way too long, it's overtime.
Can you imagine trying to get the bikes up here?
It'd be fun, but it's really soft sand. If you look all the way there in the distance, I'm guessing that's Perth. Because the skyscrapers, definitely going to pick it up on the GoPro, but it was really cool.
I didn't realise we were that close to land. Makes sense though. Wasn't a long ferry ride out. Bickley's Battery. Cool World War II building, which is well worth a walk. Gun emplacements, World War II.
Right.
So this was a magazine. So they stored all the ammunition, big shells. And you can just make out an old sign. It's like pretty much gone now. It says no smoking within 100 foot of the magazine. And like the 100 foot's like got a big black thing over it. But you can see why people would come and stand here because it's like out of the wind, you got protection all around you. I could see why soldiers probably needed that sign right in front of the door. You reckon this was the old kind of railway line that would bring the shells, or would take the shells from the magazine to the various gun emplacements? I don't understand why this was so strategically important, but I guess on the way into Perth, this is kind of the first landmass protecting the harbour. So the guns would be watching ships coming into Perth harbour. I'm making a lot of assumptions, but that just kind of makes sense.
There's one thing that you obviously noticed with all the batteries that we saw like in Albany and here, because they're always on a high elevated area, they also have great views. So it's a nice place to come, because not only do you get the history, we also get to spot all the beaches that we want to swim at as well.
Literally coming right up to my shoe.
So no quokkas yet, but a couple of lizards.
Very cool lizard.
Yeah. I had read a lot of the wildlife here are super friendly because there's just not a lot of predators.
You have no fear now, do you? Literally. Hang on, you're eating. You leave me out. You could climb up my leg.
He is going to climb your leg.
Hey? You're getting bolder and bolder.
I want to watch it. Yes, crawl up Duncan's
This
leg.
is nuts.
Do it.
This is absolutely nuts. I don't think they're edible.
They give everything a lick, don't they?
I don't think Adidas made these edible for lizards. I'm sorry, mate. I honestly can't believe this. I've never had wildlife, especially lizards, two decent-sized lizards, come up this close and just kind of chill around you and generally just have no fear of you whatsoever. Must get a lot of tourists, and so for saying zero predators, or very few predators, so I guess there's nothing for them to be scared about. I'm assuming there's still eagles or birds that would pick them up, but hey.
There's lots of foxes and things like that.
Yeah, look at this. This is insane. They're both here now. Got that guy there. I'm assuming one's male, one's female, because one's quite
dark coloration, and the other one keeps scouting up and then scouting back away. You're a lot less timid than your missus or your partner, I don't know. Oh, he's coming all the way over you.
Hello.
So inquisitive. Or hungry, either way. I can't work it out. Hopefully people don't feed them. Don't get any food, bye-bye. Well, Rottnest Island, already cool. 2 lizards casually joining us with that view whilst we eat a bread and butter pudding muffin. Day's looking up. Day's looking pretty bloody good to me.
Little 11sies. No?
Smells good.
Pull it out and have a look.
Like bread and butter pudding?
But not as you know it, right? Like, my mum used to make bread and butter pudding as a kid, and it was always in a tray.
That's really good. That definitely isn't normal bread, unless it's been like fried in sugar.
I love it when you go to a place and it's not just your stock standard muffin and a croissant. You know, he'd got that, and he'd got some homemade scones I had made as well. I thought you were going to give me that tiny bit then. So we've cycled about a K. Definitely haven't even burnt probably the blueberry off yet.
Yeah. Hopefully by the end of the day we've burnt that and lunch off.
So it's 10:15. We spent, what, do you reckon, nearly an hour with the lizards and up at the battery.
Yeah, we need to get a wriggle on. Let's get motoring and see some of this island. But when you get greeted by lizards like that, that's never happened to me before in Australia. Not really friendly lizard climbing up your leg. That's never happened. So you got to stop. You got to enjoy those moments.
It smells like rosemary, this. Haven't yet worked out what it is. If anyone knows. Smells like rosemary. Looking fly as always.
I love wearing bike helmets.
You should just wear them all the time.
Yeah.
Start something new. You should wear it in the caravan because you do bang your head on the door as you come out.
True. Bloody hurts when you hit your head. I didn't realise how much having some hair softened the blow. Now when you hit it.
Get back on the paved path.
Yeah. I want to see a quokka.
Your wheels just spin on that sand. Even in the lowest gear. Much quicker just to get off. And then get back on again.
I didn't get off, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I got it on camera. Yeah, you did. Yes.
Hard work, this.
So calm. There's no waves at all. Whew, the tons of seaweed.
Getting a lot of this seaweed this time of year in WA. Must have been some big storms out at sea. I thought this might be a good spot. Chuck up the drone.
Yeah, well the sun looks like it's trying to poke out.
Next on the list was the lighthouse.
Well, lighthouse is closed and you can't get anywhere near it. So there's a lighthouse from a distance. So in the interest of time, then we should head across the island, the other side, because we haven't done that side yet.
Yeah.
Go for a dip and then find some quokkas.
Back down the hill we came down. Would have been nice to know that the lighthouse was closed before we got up to the top of the hill. But at least now we've burnt off some of our little muffiny bread and butter pudding. We did just say to ourselves, we're not stopping until we get to one of the bays for a swim, but we've come through the middle of the island, through, and as you look at it on a map, there's tons of these little lakes. Some of them I can see are salt lake. The salt all sort of covering the edges. Look how nice this looks. Such a cool little area, and we have found even more samphire.
It's nice to finally see an actually pink lake.
Yeah.
We've been looking at once upon a time pink lakes for a long time.
cheeky stop off at a secret bay, not so secret with people on it. Little Parakeet Bay.
Safety is our #1 priority. Do you want me to have a go?
No.
Sure you don't want me to have a go? Okay, I'll just sit here and film you.
That's alright.
We'll get there in the end. There we go. How are you going to lock these up?
I was originally thinking to go around here so we're actually tying it just so that they can't be stolen. But I figure if someone's going to take 2 bikes tied together,
Full power to them.
good on. There we go.
Too easy. Oh, swim time.
Most of the water around Rottnest is a protected marine reserve, so whilst you can't chuck in a line or go for a spear, you will see tons of fish straight off the beach.
Alright, Quokka time. Going on the hunt. We've just pulled in from coming back from the beach and look under the tree and there's a quokka.
Kind of saw this furball under a tree.
I didn't think we were going to see one.
Well, apparently they're everywhere, but we hadn't seen one until now. Isn't that yummy?
Look how long their tail is. It looks way too long for their body. Because they're related to the kangaroo, aren't they? So they hold their babies in a pouch.
And for the most part, they'd eat what they were meant to, I guess. But with this many cigarette ends around, it was inevitable that at some point, the quokka would eat one. Pretty sad to watch. But on a lighter note, they were still more than happy to pose for a cheeky quokka selfie. And then it was time to make like a quokka and bounce. That ferry wouldn't catch itself. And of course, we made it.
Just as tasty cold as it was hot.
Not a bad view either for a bit of lunch.
Yeah, why am I looking at you?
We just got off the ferry. Rottnest Island was awesome. Would have liked to have stayed for a bit longer.
We saw the quokkas, we got a swim, we cycled around a good portion of the island.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then juggled rush hour in Perth, picked up the van, and then started our drive north towards Turquoise Coast and onto Ningaloo.
We actually don't have anywhere to stay tonight.
Skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town.
We drove until we hit Golden Hour and the town of Lettsvin, with an unassuming pub and a ripper beer garden for sunset.
Nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this.
Made it to the pub.
Made it to the pub. Perfect timing to watch an epic sunset.
What a good
What
spot.
was that?
It looks so unassuming from the car park.
Cheers.
This cheeky little view.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
Join us in the next video where we're traveling up the coast towards Durian Bay. If you don't know, is home to these guys. Undoubtedly our favorite marine encounter yet.
City lights looking fun, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.